If it isn't the wild stallions.
Let's rock!
I know one of my exes will say, because the algorithm's smarter than you and blah, blah, blah. Well, first off, you do better than me on here because you're an OnlyFans model with no friends and have such bad ADD and live in your own echo chamber just like Joseph Stalin. This video is brought to you by absolutely nothing.
Oh, snap.
You just talked.
You'd rather watch clickbait, shills, or agenda-driven douchebags whose biases are showing. No thanks to you.
The rules are already there.
I mean, come on.
You ain't gonna watch this video, but if you do, like, comment, and subscribe to make the algorithm not
Fuck me.
And if you really like what you see here, support us on Patreon.
Sup, fuckheads and fornicators, 'tis I, your fearless leader. And what I've noticed on this channel and this website that protects corporate interests and pretends it's civil rights and continues to make people stupid and trying to compete with TikTok is that the only thing that gets any decent views on this channel is my comic book reviews of stuff that's forgotten.
I mean, come on.
My Married with Children 2099 and rip-offs and cash grabs, but those are just kind of rehashed from the other channel this website took down.
Shut up and get to the point.
What comic am I going to review? Bill and Ted Are Doomed from Dark Horse Comics.
After defeating the evil dictator Delabolos in Bogus Journey in 1995,
No way. Yes way.
things aren't looking as exciting as they should for either Bill and Ted or Wild Stallions.
Bogus.
There's tension in the band and worry at home.
I've suggested couples therapy. Do you think that this is what they had in mind?
Definitely. I mean, we're a couple of couples, right?
Bill and Ted obsessiveness with writing the one song to bring peace to the world is affecting their playing and their relationships with their families. The princesses are overwhelmed. Death threatens to quit the band, and his growing ego has opened a rift. Desperate for a solution, Bill and Ted burst in to announce their great idea to revive the band's fortunes. A world tour to spread the love and the rock and the love of the rock to the world.
Excellent! Written by Evan Dorkin, the same guy who did Bill and Ted's excellent comic book. And it works as a good bridge between Bogus Journey and Base the Music, because in this one, it's more authorized by the movies. Instead of having sons, they have daughters. It takes place in 2000, so the daughters are like little girls instead. And I have a love-hate with it. I like the new artwork. It's more cartoony and more clean. And there's a few parts I found
Excellent.
It's like the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Or more importantly, like the Disney Plus shows. What? You like them in the beginning, and then you realize this just serves as a bridge to the horrible sequel trilogy instead of what it should be doing, which is retconning everything shitty about Star Wars, just like this book. What the fuck? But it's not as bad, because Bill and Ted 3 may be forgettable, but it's not as shitty.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it! Bill and Ted's excellent comic book was made basically while the movie was being made. That's why they made a few differences. This one, because everything's already done, they're able to have more fun legitimately with it. So, like, Death is the bass player still, and how he always wants, like, 45-minute bass solos. And he's even more of a joke than he was in the movies. Like, for God's sakes, he's Death, and he's getting punked every 5 seconds, which is in character a little bit, but more of a joke. Kind of like the new Beavis and Butthead, how they made him dumber, because the 2011 Beavis and Butthead was too highbrow for MTV watchers at that point.
Hello. Well, thank you for letting me in. Oh, you want me to take my shoes off? Ooh.
But yeah, in excellent comic book, they get a black bass player named Phil. And because he's horrible at board games, he loses against the girls, and he was supposed to bring back Kurt Cobain, which I found kind of funny. And here's my big nitpick of this particular comic. Even though it does have flash forwards with the San Dimas in the 28th century at this point, let's be real here. It doesn't have any time traveling. Like, it shows Rufus in intros to it, and even like shows his daughter at the end of it, but there's no time travel, which doesn't really make sense, because even in Bogus Journey has some time travel in it.
Ay, caramba.
You know, Wild Stallions goes on tour, because even though they got a record deal and cool stuff happened at the end of Bogus Journey, they are still idiots and spend all their money, and also trying to like write the perfect song, which kind of goes with that third movie. Also, there's like a side plot with good robot thems, where they try to get stationed to build robot wives, then later on robot children, then robot houses, which, wait, I'll tell you you more about the robot houses later. So that was kind of funny. They have more character development with the other characters rather than just Bill and Ted and everything else as a side character. They end up in Norway in the Great White North, where they play a death metal festival. And they basically make fun of Norwegian black metal and all that other shit, and how they're all gatekeepers, which I found kind of stupid, but also relevant. Kind of like calling out people who call people posers, which is like a new thing now, is down with gatekeepers, which to me is, well, yeah, the black metal scene, they are the embodiment of just the most toxic gatekeepers ever. But what do you expect from a group of people who live in the safest country in the world with no crime because they're just bored? You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, you get the idea in that one. But like, and of course, the typical, I swear to God, they ripped this off of Metalocalypse, which is kind of fitting because Dark Horse did do some of the Metalocalypse cartoons, so it kind of makes sense. Try to summon like frost giants, but instead they summon giant trolls who start like killing everybody at the metal festival. And then of course pretty much they wait for the houses. Well, the good robot thems show up with the houses as rocket ships, and they transform into giant mech robots. So there's straight out of fucking Pacific Rim, giant mech robots fight the trolls, and then some random ending where they all get home safe, and that's basically it. Excellent! How was it? Well, I kind of like the Excellent comic book better.
Bogus.
I'm giving this to my friend Jake Perry of the Whiskey.
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of
Because I
that?
was supposed to give him Excellent comic book, but it ripped, and I needed to give him a non-damaged present. So all in all, I give it a 5.5 out of 10.
Everybody got that?
Now to our new sponsor. Oh wait, we don't have no sponsor because this channel's not big enough or good enough for people, because we're not clickbaiting bitches. We don't bend the knee to either side. We're true anarchists, not anarcho-punk commies, not alt-right fucking douchebags. No, we're the real fucking deal. No thanks to you. And
The algorithm's smarter than you.
well, no, it's not smarter than me. It's the fact that they keep changing the fucking rules and they want everybody neutered.
The unwritten rules of the road, as
Yeah.
George Carlin would say. Now they've actually legalized them.
Yeah, if you want to fucking keep doing business with us, you have to fucking sign that. Yeah, otherwise, go to Rumble, go Odyssey, go wherever.
Just start your own fucking website. See how that works for you.
But still make it work. Like, you can still put YouTube-friendly videos on YouTube that sends people to your website. That's kind of a trend that I've noticed, right? Like Crowder did it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
well, look at Jake Trench. Most of his videos people want to watch are the members only.
And I'll pay, what, $20, whatever, for have you, or what have not. And then you watch the rest of their fucking videos, and they fucking suck.
Remember Reckless Tortuga, run by this married couple, and the wife decided to make it about
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
shit. I actually met him at Comic-Con in 2013.
Headshot, bitch! You just got owned.
And speaking of getting owned, this is the part where you think I'd be talking about the Bill and Ted movies, which, let's be real here, everybody's talked about them through insane great length. And, well, I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna talk about some streaming recommendations to end the video with, because, well, the video was too short. We need to fill up some space, and I'm lame. So let's start off with Earth Girls Are Easy. Take it away, babe.
Fuck yeah!
I'm not typically into like sci-fi movies, and you know, nor am I super into like things that are too stupid and cheesy. I'm also pretty picky when it comes to musicals and stuff like that too. But this one has a combination of all three of those things, yet it gets a pass. And I love A-list lineup of actors when they're all babyface.
And then also Invincible ended, and well, I'm glad he finally got rid of Amber, but I'm glad we might be getting with Eve. And then The Big Picture, starring Kevin Bacon, written and directed by Christopher Guest, co-written by Michael McKean, who's also in it. First thing I gotta say is, why is this movie not on my fucking radar? And also, I love Best in Show. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman's great, but yeah, back to this movie. Final Tap without Rob Reiner or Harry Shearer.
The funniest thing, in my opinion, of The Big Picture is the fact that we see a very young, or not that young, Dan Schneider, and they recently have a HBO documentary series. But what I think is funny is how no one ever really brings up where he started at the head of the class, and also was in Better Off Dead with John Cusack playing a creep. It kind of led to him being, you know.
I give it probably a 7 out of 10. And then Scott Pilgrim takes off. I have a love-hate with it.
It is basically the Ramona Flowers show.
Okay, faggot, what's next?
One Piece was badass. I loved it because of the, I don't know, the childlike pirate theme. I like the character development of, I would say, Luffy, because he wants to be a pirate, you know, but his lifestyle isn't really that of a pirate. He just looks up to pirate, you know, but he's trying to kind of bring a group of misfits together to, I don't know, take over.
I'm done with this bullshit. Like, you're not gonna watch this, but if you do like what you see here, comment, like, dislike, share it if you want. I go into more detail, but I'm just trolling you anyway. I mean, after all, you all can suck it. Shout out to my patrons.
Oh, by the way, we have a fucking merch page now. Check it out.